Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to episode 3 of Paul and Tony's Jar of Spanners.
Previously on Jar of Spanners.
This is a brand new radio show with a revolutionary idea.
You're Tones and I'm Poz. You two are not funny.
Oh, how'd you get the snot out of the carpet, Mrs. Wilkinson?
I like country and western music.
Deeper. Okay, deeper.
Good evening and welcome to Film 2015. Well, I'm sorry, it's just that I'm...
Racist?
Bugger! Ein Splinter!
Right, up they go. Up, Dennis Hoover. Well, here we are again then, mate. Episode 3 of Paul and Tony's Jar of Spanners, and it seems like we're becoming quite popular.
Yeah?
Yeah, with almost everyone.
What do you mean, almost everyone?
Well, you know, you did your song about Alan Bloody Titchmarsh.
Yeah.
Well, you know, some people have been saying on Twitter that, you know, you went a bit too far.
Too far?
Well, that's why I was going to suggest, you know, this episode, would be a bit more positive. You know, we'd do a tribute to someone, you know, rather than just criticising.
A tribute? Who to?
Oh, there's only one person. Fred Dinage.
No way, there's no time. This episode's already full.
Full? What with?
Well, stuff like this.
Motorway cops, they're cops in cars like normal cops, but a little bit older. Motorway cops, cops in cars, but they can drive on the hard shoulder.
Right, I'm turning this bloody thing down. There's never anything good on. It's just accident reports all the time.
Oi, do you mind? I was listening to that.
But don't you ever get bored being a motorway cop?
No.
You know, I mean, sitting here all day long watching the cars go by and listening to that crap radio.
Well, what else is there to do?
Well, we could try chatting.
Chatting? But there's nobody here to chat to.
To each other.
Oh. Well, yes, okay. Let's chat. You start.
Right, okay, well, do you know the best way to get blood off a truncheon? Airport matters. Now then, the problem you have, sir, is that you do not have the correct visa to enter the UK at this time. In fact, sir, you do not seem to have any kind of visa at all. What you have just passed me, sir, is in fact a flip-flop.
Mais oui.
I'm afraid, sir, there are also some significant problems with your passport. It is in fact another flip-flop.
Mais oui.
I can further see that you have both pockets stuffed with a wide variety of old flip-flops. There are flip-flops in your hat, flip-flops in your packed lunch, there are flip-flops in your wallet, and you even appear to have a flip-flop in place of a picture of your wife and kids. It seems to me, sir, the only place you do not have a pair of flip-flops is on your feet.
Mais oui.
Now, this is an impressive achievement, owing to the general lack of foldability and flip-floppishness of flip-flops, but presenting me with a load of broken flip-flops does not entitle you to entry into the UK, despite what some people may have implied on the television.
Mais oui.
So, in conclusion, sir, I cannot allow you to cross our border unless you provide me with appropriate documentation. In fact, if I may be so bold, it appears to me that rather than speaking to a British customs official, you really require the services of a flip-flop repair establishment.
Nigel, are you pretending to be a customs officer again? You need to get on with fixing those flip-flops and stop playing silly buggers with the customers. Motorway cops, they eat donuts, they would fight crime, but they got no guts. Motorway cops sit on their arses, see them on motorways and bypasses.
Yeah, so he turns round and says to me, "Look, I don't care if you are a copper, you're only getting one flake in your 99.
So what did you do?
I tasered him.
Thirsty work, this intellectual stuff. Mind you, I always look forward to my glass of Gruntleston's authentic English wine. It's the quality, you see. It's an English wine made in the traditional way, But it takes more than that to make a glass of Gruntleston's English wine. It all starts with the grapes on the vine, and it's important that these are properly ripe, not like those other dodgy wines with their slimy, overripe pustules that they call grapes. They leave them for too long, you see. They're like filthy, stinking mush, and they put them in these awful buckets, probably used by the workers as a makeshift latrine during the lunch hour, and then they leave them for days on end, just lying there so any old dog could come along and do his business all over them. Mushy grapes just lying there for yonks, covered in excrement. Imagine making a drink out of that. And they stamp on them with their filthy feet as well. Mushy, overripe grapes, verrucas, excrements and corn plasters. That's what English wine is. And who wants to drink that? I bloody hate the stuff. It's 10 a.m. and it's time for the Jerry Pyle Show.
Hello and welcome to the show. Today we have Wayne and Kelly. Kelly thinks that Wayne should shut up. Wayne thinks he shouldn't shut up, but Kelly should shut up instead. First, let's welcome to the stage, Kelly. So, Kelly, why should Wayne shut up?
He should just shut up!
You shut up. Oi, you'll get your chance in a minute, pal.
Shut up!
OK, there are two sides to every story. Let's welcome Wayne to the Jerry Pyle Show.
Shut up!
He's not said anything yet.
He should still shut up!
Wayne, what do you think of Kelly? She should just shut up. What would your mum think of this? She should shut up too. Well, Wayne's mum is on the show.
Shut up!
Shut up.
Shut up!
Shut up. Shut up. You shut up. Shut up. Shut up. Why don't you all shut up and I'll read out the lie detector results after this break.
PoxyBingo.com. Is your life so miserable and empty that you are reduced to playing online gambling and believing that the other people doing the same are actually your friends? Then you sound just like the sort of homeless idiot we're looking for. Don't waste what little money you have on those other gambling sites. Waste it at PoxyBingo.com. It will give you a short burst of excitement followed by a lingering sense of emptiness and despair. PoxyBingo.com.
And welcome back to the show. Now, here are the lie detector results. We asked Wayne, should Kelly shut up? Wayne, you said yes. Why did you say yes? Because I was telling the truth. Tess says you're a liar.
I knew it! You were telling me to shut up, but you should shut up!
I shouldn't shut up. Tess says different, pal.
Shut up! Shut up! Shut up!
Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. You shut up. Shut up. OK, that's it for this show. Join me next time when more knuckle-dragging morons will be telling each other to shut up.
Shut up!
Paul, can I do my Fred Dinage song now?
Look, what's so special about Fred Dinage anyway?
He's my broadcasting hero. He switches effortlessly from reporting on a fate in East Sussex straight to reports of speeding in Hampshire villages. He never fluffs his lines, never a second of dead air when he's in charge.
You're joking. There's no time for all that. This episode is full up.
Oh.
Motorway cops, they're cops in cars.
Yeah, so apparently if I just get a slice of bread, put jam on it, that's just bread with jam.
Yeah.
But then if I fold it over, now legally, that's now a sandwich.
No.
It's just bloody madness.
Jeremy, come over here. Look at what I've discovered.
I can't quite believe it.
Goodness me, Professor. That looks like one of the most exquisite Roman mosaics I've ever seen.
Quite so, Jeremy. Look at the emerging pattern, the superb workmanship.
The colour is magical. The design beautiful. It must be priceless.
I do believe that this is one of the most significant Roman artefacts ever discovered in Britain, perhaps even in the whole of Europe.
And here in the middle of Peckham High Street.
Who would have ever known?
What's going on in here?
Who's that? Oh my God, it's Nanny! Get her out of here!
What a mess you boys have made. Look at all these little stones all over the place.
Don't let her disturb the mosaic.
Right,
It's
up they go.
priceless.
Up Nanny's Bar. No more fussing. Up they go. Up Nanny's Bar.
Get that bloody woman out of here!
Motorway cops, they're cops in cars like...
Oh, that'd be curb crawling.
How can you curb crawling? It'd just be too hard. They're all at it, especially babies. You'll never be able to curb it. You're better off just frowning at it.
Oh, I tried frowning at it and made my forehead ache.
Sod's Law.
Oh, bugger. I've left the taps running on the bath. And now it's overflowed and there's water all over the bathroom floor. Whatever am I going to do?
You should call that Inspector Sod off the telly. Why, hi, bonny lad. This case is remarkably simple.
Really?
Yes. All you have to do is use some towels to absorb the excess water and then hang them to dry out of the window.
Inspector Sod, you've solved it.
I know.
You're a genius.
I know.
Sod's Law. Simplistic and facile.
I know.
In days of old, a ritual played out across our nation, in every corner shop across the land, where nervous men in raincoats would walk in trepidation, with £4.99 held in their hand. They reached their arms up skywards for a top-shelf magazine, whilst looking left and right to check whether they had been seen. But now it's so much simpler, it's all there on your screen. All you need is a web browser application. You can download all your porno on the internet. It's a great resource for filth, you must agree. It's the best use of technology that we've found yet, and most of all it's absolutely free. So whatever your persuasion, you are always sure to find some material that pleases your perverted little mind. But please don't overdo it, or it's sure to make you blind. You can download all your porno on the net, I'll say it again. Download all your porno on the net. Take it away, boys. It's a great resource for filth, you must agree. And most of all, it's absolutely free. So whenever you feel the urges that you really can't resist, you can stick your crumpled magazines, I really must insist, whether a lengthy midnight session or a quick one off the wrist. You can download all your porno off the net. Yes, that's right, sir. You can download all your porno off the net. Now, that's what I call progress. Electric Chair Theatre presents Disaster in Smethwick. At the Smethwick Space Observatory, a scientist makes a terrifying discovery.
My God, it's an asteroid, and it's heading directly for the centre of Smethwick.
We need to call Stephen Hawking right away.
Hooray! Here he is, Stephen Hawking.
This asteroid is on an extended parabolic solar orbit which has recently been perturbed by the planet Jupiter, causing an increased proximity vector with Smethwick.
But Professor Hawking, that means...
We are buggered.
Surely there must be something we can do to prevent the destruction of Smethwick?
Well, it's a long shot, but it might just work. I wrote a paper last year about the potential use of ice cream to absorb the terrific heat of asteroid impact. According to my calculations, 138 ice cream vans could counteract an asteroid strike of this size. The latest scientific observations state there are 187 ice cream vans registered in the East Midlands area. Of those, 21 are off the road due to drink driving. 24 are away on loan to South Yorkshire, and 5 failed their MOT. That leaves just enough operational ice cream vans, but we must marshal them together in the town centre to absorb the impact.
Hurrah! I'll get onto the council straight away.
Meanwhile, in the council chamber.
And so, Mr. Mayor, the conclusion of the Council Parking Committee field trip to Hawaii, Barbados and Saint-Tropez is that we could charge people £100 a year to park outside their own houses, with the proceeds going towards a new mayoral limousine and, of course, the Parking Committee Christmas party.
Mr. Mayor, I must address the council on an urgent matter.
This is quite outrageous. Only official council officials are allowed to speak in council meetings.
Point of order, Mr. Mayor, but Smethwick Borough Constitution Section 5 subsection C paragraph 11 clearly states that non-council members may raise matters during AOB.
And who are you little turd?
I am Lucasian Professor of Mathematics at Cambridge University.
Actually, your worship is right. Anyone could speak during AOB.
Oh, very well, but AOB is at the end of the meeting. We've urgent council business to attend to first, so you'll have to wait. Time passes.
So, your worship, we can solve the problem of the teaspoon shortage in the council canteen by 17% increase in parking prices at the Smethwick Central Car Park.
Excellent. So, that brings us to any other business. Do we have anything today?
Yes. There's an asteroid
Hold on a
heading.
minute, Mr. Robocop. First things first. Are there any AOB items from council members? Nothing? Nobody has anything they'd like to raise? Anyone? No? OK, go on then.
There's an asteroid headed straight for the center of Smethwick, and unless we can assemble all 138 available local ice cream vans in the town centre, then the entire Smethwick metropolitan area will be reduced to rubble.
Quite impossible, I'm afraid. The town centre licensing rules are quite clear. No more than 137 ice cream vans to be operational in the town boundaries at any one time.
But that's not enough. We need 138 to defeat the asteroid.
Well, I'm sorry, but my hands are tied. Rules are there for a reason, you know. Now, I think that brings the meeting to a close.
We've failed. Smethwick is doomed. Even the great Professor Stephen Hawking couldn't save us.
Not so fast. The bylaw restriction of 137 vans only applies to ice cream vans. If we convert some of them to sell hot dogs or kebabs, then they become reclassified as roadside catering and don't count towards the 137.
Brilliant, Professor. What a mind you possess.
You'll never refit the ice cream vans with hot dog ovens in time.
We don't have to. If the council were to take a liberal interpretation of the relevant statute, then merely loading a few pre-cooked hot dogs onto the vans should be sufficient.
And why should we want to take such an approach to the rules?
Because as roadside catering vans, they are subject to parking charges which normal ice cream vans are not.
Now you're talking my language. OK, assemble all the East Midland ice cream fleet in Smethwick Town Square and load them with pre-cooked hot dogs. By order of the Mayor.
Yes, sir.
Professor Hawking has saved Smethwick. Oh dear, the asteroid's arrived.
Hello and welcome to Gardener's Question Time. And on the panel tonight we have Fred Dinage. Fred.
Good evening.
And Alan Titchmarsh. Alan.
You're it.
And so to our first audience question, Mr. Burton from Cheltenham.
Yes, I'm having a lot of trouble with me tomatoes. I planted them out and followed the book, but they're all shriveled and taste like shite.
Fred, would you like to start on this one?
Well, yes. There's no secret to tomatoes, but you do have to be on top of the game. Plenty of water and sunlight. Keep them warm and away from frost.
Oh, that might be okay for amateurs, but if you want the professional approach, then plant food is essential. I recommend Titchmarsh's #2 tomato food.
I was using that. In fact, they were doing fine until I gave them that.
Ah, well, you probably used too much. If you use my book, it would tell you the exact dosage.
I was using your book.
Oh dear, it seems your advice has fallen on stony ground. On this one, Alan.
Ah, off.
Don't speak to Robert Robinson like that.
I'll say what I want to who I want.
Right, well, stitch that then.
Ooh, bastard.
Well, I think that brings us to the end of Gardener's Question Time. Join us again next week. And why not?
You know that TV show, Holmes Under the Hammer? Well, you don't actually get to see Kelly Holmes bludgeoned to death with a ball-peen hammer. But I'm not complaining, am I?
No one expected Orson Welles to lower a bucket and then provide everyone with fresh water.
Or Marlon Brando to go round burning a letter O into the arse of a passing cow with a red-hot stick. This'll be your last resting place. You always did love it up here, and now you're going to be here forever. Oh, cheer up, lass. Pass me Grandad's urn, don't be sad. Remember, he always said this is where he wanted his ashes to be scattered. Oh, right, here we go then. Are you ready? Oh, lid's a bit stiff. Typical Grandad. Always was an awkward old bugger. Oh, that's got it, right. Here we go. Bye-bye, Grandad.
Bye-bye, Grandad.
Rest in peace.
Bye.
What's going on out here? What's this mess you're making? This is an area of outstanding beauty. Oh, bugger. It's Nanny. These are my Grandad's ashes. Anyway, there's nowhere for you to plug your blessed Hoover in up here on the moors. Well, it's a good job I brought my Dyson DC-34 rechargeable. Now, no more fussing. Up it goes. Up Nanny's Hoover.
Oh, Hoover's our Grandad.
Up it goes. Up Nanny's Hoover.
Grandad!
Yeah, I've just worked out how to entirely reduce my carbon footprint.
Oh, yeah? Well, how's that then?
Really carefully clean all the carbon off the bottom of my feet.
Yeah, that should do it, yeah. Well, in a similar way, I've worked out a very, very clever way of saving energy.
What's that then?
Don't do anything. Ever. Paul, look, the show's nearly over. Look, just let me do my song. It won't take long.
No way, just shut up about your bloody Fred Dinage song. It's not going to happen.
Oh, I see. It's like that, is it? Right. Oh, Paul, look out.
What?
It's Alan Bloody Titchmarsh and he's furious. You better hide.
Why?
Well, you know why they call him Alan Bloody Titchmarsh, don't you?
No, why?
Well, put it this way. It's not because of all the tea he spills. He's got a really sharp trowel and he looks like he's ready to use it.
Oh, shit. I never thought he'd get nasty about it.
Right, now, quick, into this soundproof cupboard. I'll let you out later when the coast is clear.
Thanks, mate. Lucky you spotted him. Because I didn't see a thing. He must be a stealth gardener or something, like a ninja in rose beds.
That was easy. Right, Fred, this is for you.
Oh, Fred, it has to be said. As a TV presenter, you are streets ahead. Oh, Fred, please take it as read. that on our TV screens we would know one instead. Down here in the south, it's from your very mouth that we get all our news and views. So don't ever leave us stranded, dear Fred. Dear Fred, it fills me with dread that one day you'll retire and we'll be parted, and no more news reported from the Southampton studio or live from East Grinstead. As kids we said wow when you showed us how, along with Jack Hargreaves in his shed. So don't ever leave us stranded, because up with you we're never fed. You're the best thing since sliced bread.
Okay, Paul, you can come out now. So I never thought I'd see you come out the closet.
Very funny. Anyway, has Alan bloody Titchmarsh gone? Is it safe? Yeah. What are all those musicians doing in the studio?
Oh, no, just ignore them. No, they're just leaving. Oh, look, it's Duncan Biscuits. You like him, don't you? And now we bring the evening to a close in the usual way with the Reverend Duncan Biscuits. Bedtime Thoughts.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, or should I say, friends? Welcome to my final bedtime thoughts, or as I like to think of it, a little thought for you to think as you lie down in your own stink. Because we all have problems sleeping, don't we? When we're visited by strange little urges that disturb our rest and keep us awake at night, don't we? We'll all have naughty little thoughts that we mustn't give in to as we try to sleep. Throbbing, pulsing compulsions that visit us in the night under the covers in the darkness, don't we? Well, I know I do, every night. And you know, as I pass among the people in my daily work, the poor souls whom God doesn't seem to care about, people just like you, as I pass among them, they say to me, Reverend, is there any way I can control these urges I feel? Can I ever find peace from the temptations of the flesh so that I can rest in my bed at night? Can I ever overcome the urge to do dirty, dirty things to myself and others and purify myself in God's eyes? And I say to them, no. You'll never get away from all the knickers and the knackers and the knockers that surround us every day. There is no peace from that. Never. And you know, those people, those twitchy, frustrated people, they say to me, Father Biscuits, how do you resist the temptations of the flesh when we can't? How can you sleep peacefully while we are all tortured with thoughts of flesh and fornication and bodies entwined in lustful embraces? What's your secret, Father? And you know what I say to them? And this is my message for all you listeners tonight. Do you know what I do so I can sleep peacefully each night? Oh, bloody hell, haven't you got the idea yet? I get pissed out my head every night to take my mind off the fact that there is no bloody God. So I drink a bottle of scotch and I take half a dozen downers and it never fails. Why don't you bloody try it? Try it, you like it. So good night, brothers and sisters. I'd say God be with you, but he can't be because he's not bloody there, is he? And even if he was there, he wouldn't bloody care about you lot. Oh, forget it. Go to sleep or go to the off licence. It's your choice. I don't bloody care either way. And don't bloody ask me what my secret is. It's no bloody secret. Not anymore anyway. I'm in magistrate's court on Thursday, so it'll be in all the papers by Friday. You'll hear all about it then. I'm out of here. And bugger the lot of you. I'm off. Bloody nosy social services. How was that? No, she looked 18
Duncan,
to me.
we're still on air.
You have been listening to Paul and Tony's Jar of Spanners, written, produced and recorded by Paul and Tony, with additional material by nobody. This has been a Snotty production on behalf of Snotty Records.
Thank you.